Okay then, welcome everybody to this match of FaZe Clan versus Team Liquid over here on Inferno. This match was played back at Blast Spring, I think probably around a month ago, I would guess, is when this match was played. And I know the result of this game, I know roughly how it plays out, and I thought this would just be a really great game to show you guys, because this is probably the best I've ever seen FaZe play in this game, particularly with regards to like cooling and banana control, which we'll go through in massive depth as we watch through this one. And I think it's just a really good example of a match to watch. So if you want to see more content like this, my stream is the place to go. This is kind of a, not really a trailer, but a display of what the stuff on the stream will be like. So all the social medias are linked below. Go check that out. If you want to make suggestions for what you want to see on stream or this sort of content, then go in my Discord, put a message in there, say I want to watch some, I don't know, some mouse sports games, because I really like them. And if we get enough popular requests for one team or one map or anything, then we'll pass that game, we'll review that game, whatever. And if you want your game casted, if you have, I don't know, you play an ESEA Open and you want some feedback, I will cast your game from your perspective and talk through roughly how you'd improve. So that's the rough idea. Let's get into this one. FaZe Clan versus Team Liquid here on Inferno. FaZe Clan starting off on the CT side. Go on board with NiKo. He's bought some flashes. He's got the kit on himself as well. And we'll cast the whole game here from FaZe Clan's perspective, so you guys get a really good feel of kind of their decision making, and particularly really their decisions during that mid round. Anyway, NiKo's over here setting up a flash for Rookie to help him swing banana. See, Rookie's waiting for the flash. Peeks banana. Loads of information now that nobody is towards banana for the moment. NiKo's going to hightail it off to A, and it looks like a hit's coming in from short and apps from Team Liquid. First kill goes the way of Rain. Will take a fight up there, but he gets straight out in the end. Olofmeister, 2 free kills actually for Olofmeister. I'm reading it bugged out on the scoreboard there and looked like 3. Just 2 kills for Olofmeister. First round goes the way of FaZe Clan, and early information towards banana didn't make too much difference, to be honest, because NiKo only got to here after they T-side kind of committed up short, but great hold from particularly Rain and Olofmeister playing that double pit setup. Good kills for them. Pistol round goes the way of FaZe Clan, and let's look at how FaZe Clan approach this round. They're actually going to send 3 towards B on this occasion. Now, anti-eco and such, going for banana control is fairly common. And the reason a lot of teams will just take banana control, anti-eco, or particularly anti-force buy, if you know they're pretty low nades, because the T side won't have the nades themselves to contest that control to really push the CTs back to really fight for it. So instead, just take banana control. Why not? It's pretty unlikely, really, that the T side is going to go fast for brackets, especially on a round like this where you know they're going to be pretty much full Glock eco unless they're going to full force, and they know that by now. But actually, playing a double long setup, as you can see, Olofmeister here and coldzera in the corner being baited in. And they're actually grouping up for an apps drop here, and only Rain is towards the bomb site. This could be a massive misstep from FaZe Clan as good time. Stewie's got the flashes lined up now. Over they come. Rain doesn't get whited, and now he's under real pressure against these pistols. They fly on site. First goes the way of Rain, but he's instantly traded out. Players rotating in as perhaps FaZe are regretting playing a double long setup. Bit unusual from my perspective, to be honest. I don't know if they had a particular read in mind with regards to the CT setup or anything along those lines, but playing a double long setup with a bait against pistols, especially when by that point in the round you knew that it was probably going to be a Glock eco or just a few PT50s. Why not play double sight when you know that apps dropping on flashes is one of the only ways they can really close ground and get close to a bomb site? So a bit odd. Perhaps FaZe Clan had a read in mind. Perhaps it's something I don't know in terms of what they were coming or thinking coming into it, but a little bit odd from my perspective. Let's have a look at the setup in this first gun round. So first gun round of the game, and FaZe Clan are playing 4 players towards the B bomb site early. They brought coldzera and Olofmeister over from A. Deep smoke, deep molly from coldzera, close molly from Olofmeister, couple nades as well for good measure, and they're just going to hightail out of there. And what's happened here is that the A site players have come over for FaZe Clan, and they've thrown all of the banana tech nades. And now the remaining players on B, Brookie and NiKo, they have full nades themselves to do whatever they like onto Banana. And from the T's perspective, they're going to take so long to clear Banana. They're going to use a load of nades as well. So for FaZe Clan, they're really in the driver's seat now with regards to Banana. And we can see that Brookie is lining up what I would call the retake nades. So he's going to smoke here. He's going to molly here and get all of this map control back. The molly here forces a player forward. And that's what that flash that Brookie just threw is designed to catch. So at this point, FaZe, it's pretty likely that the T side can't just commit straight onto the B bomb site. Actually, Olofmeister spamming, I think, through the long smoke got a kill there. So man advantage now for FaZe Clan. NiKo still with full nades, and this is what having the players from A over early has allowed them to do. It's allowed these two players on B to sit on their nades for so long. We see that NiKo's just dropped his smoke. He's playing anti-flash behind second oranges at the moment. And because NiKo could sit on his nades so long, it means that now at the end of the round, the bomb is coming towards B. There's 20 seconds left. He's just mollied in front of the smoke. And actually, Shui's going to smoke on it and go into CT spawn. Olofmeister's got a fast rotate. Actually, a player in NAF lurked out towards short, but he goes down. Now NiKo getting collapsed upon. There's one player from Ruins. Olofmeister on the rotate. 2 for him and a great hold for FaZe Clan. Probably a good deal they weren't playing. So normally you'd actually play retake B at the end of the round. And they're actually playing double site. And I guess against Ruins wrap like that or anything weird or they smoke front site, it might actually be better to be playing on site. But great call from FaZe Clan. So the risk of playing 4A early is obviously that Team Liquid might do something fast onto A, and with only one player, there's not a lot he could do aside from like dropping his nades to try and slow them down. So from FaZe's perspective, that wasn't a massive risk going 4 early. And the reason for that is the likelihood that Team Liquid first gun round in a match are going to guess that you're playing so few players towards A is almost zero. I think it takes a lot of balls, in my opinion, to call that sort of thing first gun round when you have no information on how they've been playing so far. But actually, Olofmeister's under real pressure and he gets traded out towards Arch. And now 2 players left on the A bomb site. There's so many players out towards the Arch side, and Rain smokes short and he's going to push in towards Apps, but he goes down and now called Zero. He's in the open by the Haycup. There's players all over the place. He gets 1 towards short, but that's going to be it. And just like that, Liquid have the bomb site and they only bought a few pistols, a bit of armor on a couple of players. And I don't know exactly what happened, but Olofmeister in towards Arch just got straight kind of one. I think one player jumped in front of him, the other would have traded, or well, not traded, but taken the fight with the player jumping. They kill Olofmeister, and from there, 2 players isolated on the A site. Rain felt like he had to smoke short and take some apps control back. Perhaps they thought it was like a full long wrap and they wanted to get in a good position, but Rain dies going to apps, and from there, Cold Zero's in the open. He kind of was assuming that Rain was going to stay alive and he'd have his kind of apps covered, so he's playing open. And then from there, didn't end well for FaZe Clan, and maybe that's just a testament really to kind of Team Liquid's individual skill that FaZe Clan couldn't do too much. After they lost the initial entry, you could argue that perhaps Rain shouldn't have been perhaps Rain shouldn't be able to trying to get into apps solo, but yeah, not a good look for FaZe Clan. And this round is so important. Look at the CT money onto FaZe Clan. They've got 450 for NiKo, Olofmeister and Rain on nothing, Cold Zero on 1,000, and Brookie on Cold Zero down 700. Now he's full bought, and Brookie on 600. So that's why I'm willing to bet the Janko's called this tactical timeout. And the reason is because this is a heavy reset round for FaZe Clan. If they lose this without keeping, probably saving 2 to 3 guns, this is a double eco situation for FaZe Clan, and they know it. So this clan is round, not match, is really, really big for FaZe Clan, because if Liquid win this and kill loads of players, they could be straight up to 3-4 rounds, and even it might be more rounds than that, to be honest, before FaZe Clan get themselves up to a really good buy again with all the nades towards Banana. And once again, we can see that 3 players are going towards B. Cold Zero is going to deep smoke again. With a deep molly. Bit of a nade as well, just over here. And he's just going to hightail out of it. And now it leaves NiKo and Brookie with essentially full nades. Not too many flashes, but it doesn't matter so much. Post molly, deep smoke from NiKo, deep molly from Brookie. And just like that, FaZe Clan goes into a delayed banana take. Another change towards their banana control. And Team Liquid, they're respecting it. They're not playing a banana at all. FaZe Clan have the whole map. They have given brackets, but they haven't heard anything themselves towards brackets. They're probably guessing for the moment that not too much is going on. And they're going to leave Brookie alone. Uses smoke early towards banana. They're stacking 4 towards A. And actually, they're going to bring Olofmeister back over. That's a little bit surprising from my perspective. Perhaps Olofmeister showed himself towards A somewhere, so he's rotating to kind of make it harder for Team Liquid to read where the Orcs are playing. But 2 players now on the B bomb site. coldzera playing towards the cubby end. coldzera getting so much info. He just had a little bit of a peek there. That's the B split smoke going down. coldzera can see there's nothing towards brackets, and FaZe Clan know it. They've got 3 towards B. They know that with this little time left without brackets control, it's so likely that Liquid are going to hit B, and that is indeed what's happening. NiKo biding his time, waiting for his site players to take contact. He comes through the smoke, 1 kill and 2 for NiKo. Killed in the end, but it's just Nitro alone, 1 versus 3. Got Olofmeister towards Ruins. He's not looking to really take any fights. Swings a little bit on the plant. Goes for the kind of the YOLO shot there, but not too much going on. Waiting for the swing. Rain and coldzera jiggling absolutely every angle. All they want is the information at this point. Not taking a single risk, and it's going to be round for FaZe Clan, and a very important one. We said at the start, if they lose this one, their economy is in the bin, but it works out for them. All good in the hood. 4 rounds for FaZe Clan, 1 for Team Liquid, and Liquid have just been nowhere in this game in terms of map control and denying FaZe Clan the opportunities to get information. At the end of that round, coldzera playing towards the cubby. He saw everything in brackets. He saw nothing there. NiKo onto B, 2 players on site. NiKo comes through the smoke on their contacts, and there's almost nothing the Liquid could have done once they were in that late round scenario. So well played from Liquid, and now for FaZe Clan. Let's see how they approach banana on this round. So they brought coldzera over again. Deep smoke, deep molly, and for a bit of a nade as well. Kind of the middle of banana here. Leaving his B players do the task. Close molly for NiKo, and they're just going to do the same again, just going into a delayed take here. Nades onto the cubby corner here, just like that. Brackets control, banana control for FaZe Clans. Have got brackets, have Team Liquid. Is now Olofmeister playing front side on his ult. Gets an opportunity for a fight. Flash that catches him, but I think he could have got that kill on his day. But regardless, banana control for FaZe Clan. Brookie left alone with his smoke. NiKo even is over towards playing an off angle behind the pillar thing at the moment, but having NiKo here means they can like hard commit 3 players onto the A site. That's why you got Olofmeister back site, you got coldzera playing the aptly name coldzera position, and Rain towards back pit. And actually, Brookie's getting contacted back into here. Yeah, Elige and Nitro walking back up, and hopefully Brookie can get his smoke down. But Elige hits the shot on Brookie jumping, and that might be round over unless NiKo's already isolated out the site. It's a spam through the smoke. That was very fortunate. 4-on-3 situation now. Rain still has a smoke for the retake. We'll see where he dumps it from his perspective. But Rain is really taking his time here, feeling out any chance of a lurker towards boiler or lurking out towards the brackets, but tries to hightail it towards the site now. And time is starting to tick down. Smoke for Rain will go down towards banana. It isolates the 2 site players in Twist and Nitro, and I think FaZe Clan might win this now they've isolated Naf out of the fight. Fight onto Nitro comes from Rain. It's just 2 remaining now. Great opening kills on that retake for Twist and Naf. Twist with the final kills. And Team Liquid, very important round, and as we were saying, the economy was never really building up for FaZe Clan, and now they've been full reset. They know this is a double eco scenario, so if FaZe Clan were to eco this one, they'd only get 1,900 more in the next. So from their perspective, just force up into this one. You know the Team Liquid economy isn't fantastic, so you might as well force up in this one now, eco the next, and then have a pretty good buy into the following gun round. Actually, they've got quite a lot of nades on towards Banana. 2 mollies, actually going for a full Banana take, even on this kind of half by force-up round. And Stewie is burning alive. What on earth has happened there? How is Stewie just burnt to death? He's actually... This is a T-side. This smoke that NiKo's in at the moment is a T-side smoke. And actually, Elise just flashed back through. That was very aggressive. And he gets punished. And now 5-on-3 situation for FaZe Clan on their kind of force-up half-by sort of round. And they didn't come into it with particularly great weaponry. And Liquid go from getting themselves back into the match, resetting the economy. And now FaZe Clan have Banana control. They've left NiKo over here. They've got 4 players towards A for the moment. That's going to bring Brookie back. Oh, Zero finds a player swinging short, and just like that, 2-on-5 situation. Olfmeister jiggling out. It does go down, but as the information, which in some senses is the most important thing here, Cold Zero is actually walking all the way up short at the moment. An AK on that dead body if he can retrieve it. Range jumping and playing around that pit smoke. Finds Nitro, just 1 player and Naf left alone. Cold rips his head off. 5 rounds for FaZe Clan. Winning on their force up. It was a really low buy. It was really the nades. It was the only kind of powerful piece they really had in that round. So great round for FaZe Clan. And Team Liquid, they just look so worse for wear and Banana. So you saw the smoke here. That was from Stewie, I'd bet. And that smoke was meant to put out the deep molly, but it must have not caught it, or Stewie for some reason walked forwards into the close molly. But whatever was going on there, it didn't work out. And then Elige got flashed through the smoke. Really unusual. I would guess that Elige thought that the CT side would not be rounding like the half wall at that point, so you might get an opportunity to get back into here and kind of deny them full Banana control. But NiKo was already down in the cubby. He picks up a Krieg, dodges the flash, shoots Elige in the back of the head, and from there it was FaZe's round to lose, and they played it out well in the end. Liquid, they were lucky that they won an NiKo earlier, because otherwise they'd no chance to have money after a round like that. So round number 8 coming in. Team Liquid just took a timeout. I'm willing to bet almost all that timeout was spent with people like Nitro and Adren talking about approaching Banana control. And let's see what FaZe Clan choose to do on this occasion. And they're going to change it up once again. Every single round is different. So on this round, they've thrown the pre-smoke for the terrorist car molly. So the terrorist car molly lands here. This smoke pre-smokes, it catches the molly, puts it out, and allows the player to swing either in front of the half wall here or behind car. And that's what NiKo wanted to do there. So just like that, FaZe Clan come with a massive change of pacing. They're not going to throw the deep nades and then go into something. Instead, they're going to get aggressive. They're going to throw the pre-smoke, let NiKo take a fight. It doesn't work out. He doesn't really get an opportunity to take a duel. I think Flash has caught him and forced him back in the end. But again, they're changing their whole approach to the Banana. They're throwing the retake nades. Just cleared that out. Now they know that B can't be hit anytime soon. They're going to rotate big numbers over towards A. You've got Olfmeister playing front side at the moment, which is under the standard play for Orpers during the mid-round, really, on the seed side of Inferno. And look at this. They've just retaken top Banana, and because of this, they've left Brookie alone. And we can see that Brookie has still a smoke and a molly to his name. So because they took top Banana, Team Liquid will take their time clearing it back. And this allows time for Brookie to get his smoke down and then for rotates to come in. And that's exactly what's happened. And actually, Olfmeister walked back in short there, got information towards brackets, allowed these 2 players to rotate over. And they're playing a double CT setup. Cold Zero's going to bait for NiKo. Actually, they let NiKo take first contact. And T-side now knows that there's 2 players towards CT. I don't think Brookie's getting checked here. I think Brookie's just going to kill the partner. Indeed, he does. Stewie, 2K, the only player that remains. 1-on-3 situation for him. He's not winning this. Time to get out of there. Mr. Stew. Save that AWP, because that's all you're going to have going into the next round. That is a massive reset as well for the CT, for the terrorist economy. And again, Team Liquid just cannot win anything towards Banana. They might be getting Banana control in the sense of So if you look at it in kind of raw, kind of getting control of Banana, okay, Team Liquid had control of Banana all that round, but in terms of what's really going on and why you take Banana, in terms of the CTs being able to rotate into good setups, that was perfect from FaZe Clan. Throwing that early smoke, it slowed the T side down so much. They threw the retake nades, double cleared it, and they left Brookie alone with full nades. He dropped his smoke, and Molly, I think Olofmeister walked back in short with his ult. He didn't see anything towards brackets. I think Olofmeister actually died, but by that point they'd already known that nobody was brackets. They could rotate onto B. They got free onto B. Brookie got baited in, playing kind of out wide of Dark here. And from there, there's literally no way that Liquid win that round unless they hit some absolutely crazy shots. So FaZe Clan certainly are incredibly individually skilled, but it's the strategic angle where they're absolutely like spanking Team Liquid right now. And there's nothing Liquid can do about it at the moment. And going into the following rounds, we'll have to watch to see what they change, because whatever they're doing at the moment just isn't working. And Eco round obviously here for Team Liquid. Twist is the only player. Picked up the AWP, I believe, off Stewie's body. He's the only player that can really do anything here, so we'll stay on board with him. But I'm actually playing double pit our FaZe Clan. I doubt Cold Zero is going to get checked here. One for Rain. Cold Zero's still there. Swings out. One for him. Two for Cold Zero. Round number 7 for FaZe Clan, and this match is already starting to slip out of the hands of Team Liquid. They can't keep giving up so many rounds in a row here. So we'll go back on board with those B site players and see how they choose to play on this round. So the early rounds they brought Cold Zero and went into some delayed takes and things like this. On the last round they had the AWP pre-smoke going down, and we'll see what they do on this occasion. They're going to throw it actually once again. NiKo forgetting the lineup for a moment, but not going to make all too much difference. He throws the pre-smoke and a flashbang, leaves Brookie alone. He's on top of first. He might have been thinking about throwing the retake nades, but thinks better of it for the moment. Actually going to stack 4 towards A, so again, something totally different towards Banana. This is the sort of thing where it looks the same to something they've done before, but it's really different. And for the terrorist side, it's so hard to work out what's going on here. They might think an AWP's on B, and certainly if I was in the game calling, I'd think there's an AWP on B right now after seeing that AWP pre-smoke. That's what the pre-smoke is really for more than anything. It's for an AWPer to peek. And stacking 4A whilst Brookie uses nades is FaZe Clan, and they're actually in a triple app setup here. I somehow doubt as Liquid comes out for this brackets control, they're going to expect Olofmeister to be in towards Boiler. One kill was Olofmeister. Twist got one Cold Zero. Traded out in the end is Olofmeister, and now Rain is still in apps as the players commit up short with the bomb. A little bit of a miss from the app shop smoke there from Rain, and actually Stewie's still in towards second mid. In this situation, if he kills Nitro, Rain even, I think this is round over, but as the smoke fades, Rain gets the kill. There's 3-on-2 retake now. Moto Smoke is going to start to fade. Got Rain towards apps, one player at the back of pit, one player in towards site in NAF, and first kill on the retake goes the way of Elige. Now NiKo swings out, one kill for him, the second for Brookie. What a retake for FaZe Clan. Perhaps you could put some blame on Stewie for not finding that kill, but it's always a bit weird when those smokes are fading. Take the fights, and that retake at the end was absolutely perfect. You can see that Brookie was hugging the wall here as he came up, and NiKo was hugging this wall. And there was kind of like a moving crossfire, as it were, where NiKo's holding this side and Brookie's holding this side, and they're both first contact into the way they're looking. So that's how that worked. NiKo swings out his first contact onto Naf. He kills Naf. And then before... who was it in pit? I can't remember. Whoever was in pit tried to swing, and then Brookie was already holding it, and he killed him as well. So great retake for FaZe Clan. Another terrorist timeout from Team Liquid as they try to work out what to do. They've seen so much stuff changing on towards Banana at this point that maybe it's time you start throwing the towel with trying to be really slow and trying to be very methodical, and you start kind of forcing your own game. You get more aggressive, you start like disrespecting the CT size nades, and that's probably what I would do in this situation. We'll see what they call. 2 players going towards that B bomb site here as per normal for FaZe Clan, as they're actually just going to double nade this time and sit on their nades, and As we can see, Team Liquid are actually going really aggressively for control towards brackets. They've just forced it out with a short smoke. Olofmeister counter molly. They've actually rotated really well here at FaZe Clan. They've got so many players here in case the long ramp was coming in. Wayne playing up close behind that short smoke. Leaving Brookie alone towards B. And again, as we said, they just double naded Banana at the start. So Brookie, NiKo, all the nades in the world for them. Brookie can drop his smoke, buy some time for some rotates. Rain actually got one kill towards mid. I think he must have swung mid and got that kill, but 5 on 4 situation now. 3 towards the B bomb site for FaZe Clan. As NiKo's flashed in front of CT for a little bit of an info peek. Olofmeister high turning back over. Rain still playing for information. So much information for the CT side across the whole half. Counter molly onto mid. Sees the player's nade as well. He's taking contact for Olof, but actually the smoke comes down, so it doesn't work out like that. And Rain's going to play behind this B split smoke for the moment. Smoke's going to fade soon enough. It's going to be a really weird fight. 2 kills for Rain. What a play from him. I guarantee the Liquid were not expecting that. One player graveyard in Cold Zero. One player rather annoyingly named towards Cold and Sight in Olofmeister. Another round for FaZe Clan. Another round where Team Liquid, they tried something new, but it didn't work. FaZe Clan had all the rotates. They'd actually saved their nades on B, so they could afford to kind of lean 4A and let Brookie dump his nades. Then they went back onto B just in case. Got more information onto B. Had Rain jiggle peeking long. Just literally every single avenue for information. FaZe Clan are taking it, and Liquid are not able to punish FaZe Clan for any of the ways they're playing. I mean, to this round, another kind of half buy out from Liquid. I'm not sure actually. Probably from FaZe's perspective, they're probably just going to play this like a buy round. They might know there's no AWP, and I think that's why Cold Zero was just peeking down mid, because he knew there's no AWP, but it could have still been kind of rifle board up there. Actually going to fall into a double long haul setup. I wouldn't have expected. Playing 2 on B, still plenty of nades across the map for the FaZe Clan side. I think from this point, Liquid, I'm not sure, 2 kills and a bomb plant might be sort of like best case scenario. I don't see them getting too much more. Or Zero again, playing aggressively, kind of walking back into angles, getting more information. And that's really the story of this game, is map control and information. And FaZe Clan have just had Liquid's number every single round. I can't think of a single round where Team Liquid made a really great call and kind of called FaZe's bluff. Every time FaZe takes a risk, it's pretty calculated. They have the information to make it off of, and they're reading Liquid like a book, to be honest. Anyway, Cold Zero trapped towards Graveyard. Those smokes isolate Rain in pit, and actually Rain goes down to Stewie. Cold Zero goes down as well, and somehow Liquid actually find themselves in perhaps not an advantageous after plant, but if you'd asked them to take this about 20 seconds ago, I think they would have taken this situation. Olofmeister now shifting in, managed to jiggle for wide swings for Release, finds the kill. Just Stewie that remains. Even if Stewie gets a kill, he's not winning this round. NiKo with the frag. Another great retake from FaZe Clan. Team play looks really on point. Well, obviously I can't hear it, but it feels like the comms are pretty good to me. And credit to FaZe, they're looking incredible actually this half so far. And if you want to talk about what Liquid could do, I feel like Liquid are respecting FaZe Clan and Banana way too much, to be honest. I feel like they've got a really good spawn on Twist here. Why not do something where you smoke on the close molly and get aggressive behind it? Or perhaps they haven't AWP'd at all, because they get an AWP fast into tree, but I just feel like they're respecting FaZe Clan so much in this game. And perhaps they're scared to go fast onto A, because they're not sure how many players FaZe have been putting on B, and FaZe have been changing it every round. But I feel like Liquid should take more risks at this point. That's what I would say from their perspective anyway. Banana control was actually taken by FaZe Clan. I think this is a T-side smoke onto the molly here, as Rookie still has good nades. NiKo's on top first at the moment. Long smoke helps Liquid gain a little bit of brackets control. Cold Zero still warping towards long at the moment, as they're going to leave Brookie alone. Brookie again has the nades. Brookie can drop the smokes in front of him, and it's got a it's still got a molly as well. So plenty of nades for Brookie. he can buy even more time for them to lean 4A as they're doing at the moment. And actually, they're going in for, that was a brackets retake there with some flashes, as you just saw from FaZe Clan. And coldzera walking back in long, olofmeister swinging short. You've got all the information now towards brackets, and I think that FaZe Clan are going to stack B here. 35 seconds left in the round. No brackets control for Team Liquid, and the smoke has just gone down, and they were going to rotate into 3B. Somehow NiKo just got clean entry on the bomb side. Brookie's now left alone. He's under real pressure. Two guys swing into him. Stewie is definitely the hero of this round. 2 massive entry kills. And somehow the bomb is actually finishing up on A. I think Liquid might have actually started reading that FaZe Clan was starting to... So from Liquid's perspective, they might be thinking that FaZe Clan are over-rotating off pressure, or perhaps... starting to read that when it hits about 30 seconds without brackets control, they're just going to be playing 3B. And maybe from Liquid's perspective, they said there's fake B this round. We actually said the bomb A. But even though FaZe lost that round, that was the right call from their perspective. I think playing 3B was a really good idea. And I think if NiKo doesn't get clean entry on towards Coffins, even with the bomb going A, I think FaZe still win the round. It would have been very close. It would have gone to an after plant on A, but I still think FaZe win the round because they would have got so many easy kills on B. Anyway, they're going 3 towards B at the moment. There's actually an AWP on Brookie, and this is the first round we've seen an AWP onto him. And he's flashing to help his players go for some banana control. olofmeister and coldzera. 2 mollies and deep smoke, so the whole thing is mollied and smoked off at the moment. NiKo's actually going to swing behind. Oh, there's actually players in front of it. I'm not sure if he's going to expect this. He goes down. Fortunately, coldzera stuck around onto B, so they still have 2 players here. And this is kind of the power of setting precedents and stuff, because I don't think Liquid are going to expect an AWP here. They played the whole half against rifles, and just like that, you see that they swing straight into Brookie, not expecting an AWP. That's why Stewie just dry faced that, and they baited coldzera in as well. So coldzera's playing close to the half wall. And Brookie was taking first contact, and when Brookie gets the kill, the next player's in and just saying, okay, there was an AWP on the corner, he's fallen sight. So they just walk straight into coldzera, and just like that, FaZe Clan, for the most part, by virtue of not... So I can assure you that either subconsciously or consciously, it's no mistake that Team Liquid just dry-faced banana there, or at least dry-faced the corner to take banana control. It's no mistake. And it's because they haven't played against an AWP yet this half. They show no pattern of doing it at FaZe Clan. And throwing in those kind of curveballs, especially late in the half as well, when you've set so many precedents, is really powerful. And again, they're going to change it up again. They got it on the AWP over onto NiKo now. He's the top spawn. I think he's going to be peeking banana here on this AWP. And again, FaZe Clan have not done this a single round this half. Free smoke comes in. Actually, I think NiKo thought better of it there. Plus the molly close. Corner molly actually separates him from Brookie, but with the pre-smoke down, I think Brookie can get out of there. Indeed he does, but that might not work for NiKo, and he doesn't get any kills and get any map control really off of it. But again, they've changed how they're going to approach banana every single round, and I can't really stress enough how difficult it is from Liquid's perspective to play out these rounds, because they're going to be calling coming into the rounds what kind of stances they're going to stand in, and they're all coming with each other. Okay, let's go and clear top banana. What nades we're going to throw? We're going to molly the corner. Should we double nade sandbags? Should we save on nades and dry face it? And all these small decisions become so much more difficult when your opponents are changing what they're doing every single round. And looking here, we've actually got a double new box setup. This is a bit unusual. NiKo boosted on top. Rookie below. coldzera is actually towards B as well. I think it's because Liquid hadn't made too much noise towards brackets yet. They did have a long smoke down, but I don't think they actually committed out. But I wasn't watching it overly closely. The players towards the A bomb site. They're playing away from pit. That might be because FaZe Clan had Liquid had a round earlier. The double pit smokes on. Getting into this one, NiKo is actually going to drop a smoke for Brookie. That's to catch the molly onto the box. The flash doesn't really catch NiKo too much, but he can't find the kill. Brookie spammed through the smoke. Great hit for Team Liquid, and that was one of the few rounds where FaZe Clan didn't have much information to go off of. Oh, actually, olofmeister's getting the first kill on this retake. This isn't impossible. Coming in from banana. If we can find this kill onto a Liege, it's a chance here. Naf, one kill himself. Flash over ruins. Help out. Cold Zero, but it's not going to matter. It's going to be a round for Team Liquid. 4 rounds for them, which, to be honest, considering how bad it was looking, that's better than you might have expected when we were at 12-2 or whatever it was. Oh, no, sorry, 10-2. So at least how that half ended, it was looking a bit better from Team Liquid, but throughout the whole half, FaZe Clan had their number. It was only that last round, as I said, where they were really lacking information, but they're playing so much information. They had banana control whenever they wanted it. They're changing it up so much with the pacing and what nades they're throwing, making it look like different things. And Team Liquid respected it all the time, played super slow, and FaZe Clan had their number every single time, apart from even that last round. They weren't really too much information to go off. So it's not like FaZe Clan made a rotational mistake or anything. It's just they weren't playing as superlatively, really, as the other rounds in the half. But obviously 11 rounds, they'll take that any day of the week on a map like Inferno. Second half coming in. Stay on board with the FaZe Clan players. Smoke and double flash onto NiKo. Smoke and flash onto Rain. Look cool they're going to go for here. They're going numbers towards second mid at the start, just giving banana. You see how they're all kind of hiding at the start there? That's in case Team Liquid went for an aggressive play in second mid or flashing someone to swing the balcony. So they're just playing anti-flash and then they'll swing out when the flashes go off. Take some good fights against the CT side. Anyway, grouping up towards apps with 2, couple towards mid. These smokes are actually going to be getting. There's 1 towards short and 1. That's the B split smoke going down. Actually, Brookie and Rain. This is really unusual. They're into the split smoke, and these 2 players are going to apps drop. They're coming out. I think the idea of this is take the pressure away from these 2 players coming through the smoke, and that kill onto Elige was absolutely massive. He was the one player that could really deal with players coming from long. And that was a really great pistol round, actually, from FaZe Clan. I've been a bit fortunate that there weren't any CT players towards the arch side or anything to take some good fights against just 2 players. But it works out for FaZe Clan. And that was a bit ambitious, I think, from Rain going in on that flash. But I don't think it's going to make any difference in the end. Shui's got no armor. He's already on fairly low health. He can just get tagged down. I think Nathway, I think, just got whited by his teammate for good measure, but the idea behind that pistol round was these 2 players are in the smoke. And then from there, FaZe Clan apps drop with 2 players. So all of the attention from the A-site players is going to be towards kind of apps and or short, maybe, but mostly apps and probably the players jumping out of apps. So these 2 players can shift through the smoke as all the players in A are looking towards apps, and they'll shoot people in the back. But actually, Elige was in a really great spot. It was unfortunate from his perspective that he couldn't get any kills because that was a real chance into that round. But let's get into this one. 12-4 is the scoreline, and Team Liquid are forcing up second round the CT side of Inferno, and this is the standard thing to do. Every top team will force up on the second round after losing pistol on the CT side of Inferno. And they'll do so just like this, where you can see that Liquid has 4 smokes to them, and the reason that you force up like this is so that if you can hold on to these smokes till the late round, you can try and force FaZe to commit for a smoke late. If you can save a smoke onto B, for example, until 30 seconds left and drop it, FaZe Clan will commit through that smoke. And obviously, when FaZe commit for a smoke, the range advantage goes out the window, and actually the pistols come into their own where they can fly around and take close fights, especially the CZs on the other side of a smoke. That's probably the best gun in the game, aside from maybe a shotgun, to be playing close up to a smoke. And that's dictated a lot about how FaZe have just executed that round, and I'll talk about it in a second after they cleared out the bomb site. So let's talk about this. So I've just said that, let's clear the map. I've just said that the way Team Liquid just played that round is standard, and I'm telling you that every single team that knows what they're doing will buy second round on CT side Inferno and play like that with at least 4 smokes. Maybe they get 1 scout, but so FaZe Clan know that's what's going on. They've seen the buy, they've seen some counter nades from the CTs, they've seen a bit of perhaps a few deagles or something. The FaZe Clan knew that Team Liquid had smokes, okay? And that means when they go execute onto B late, as FaZe Clan just did, they need to execute in a manner where counter-smoking them isn't going to be a disaster. They need to execute explosively, they need to execute fast, so that if the CTs did counter-smoke them, which is extremely likely, almost 100% likelihood to be honest, that counter-smoke is not going to ruin their round. What they do is they have Olofmeister throwing the CT smoke on the fly. And they have the other nades going off, coming over the top as the entries are moving onto the site. And this is so that if a CT player tried to counter nade or tried to get a counter smoke off, he'd be shot in the open as the players ran in, or the T-side players, at least the entries, would get out in front of the smoke, and they wouldn't get stuck behind the nades. So they're playing really aggressively with the flashbangs, having Olofmeister smoking on the fly rather than throwing a standard CT smoke and then waiting for them all to bloom. They just go aggressively, they run in there, and that was a perfect call from FaZe Clan. They knew exactly what Team Liquid's buy looked like, they knew how to play around it, and credit to the T-side throughout this whole, well, FaZe Clan on the T side now. Credit to FaZe Clan throughout this whole game. The calling has been incredible, to be honest. And actually, this is really unusual. They're grouping 3 players up towards that. A chimney flash comes out from NiKo. And those have gone all the way of Team Liquid. And safe to say that that was a disaster from FaZe's perspective. If Liquid ever needed a lifeline to get back into the match, it was a round like that where they're just... they have a few guns from their last Fawcett round that they kept it going, but apart from that, they came into this with barely anything. And I find myself asking, was the apps drop the best call? Perhaps FaZe had a read on the CT setup that I'm not aware of. I'm actually willing to bet the thought process there was. So FaZe Clan knew that Team Liquid survived with, I think they kept 3 guns going. And what that means, at least from my perspective, is I would have bet that Team Liquid would buy 5 smokes again and play a similar round. And if I'm willing to bet, if I want to bet, I think that was why FaZe Clan just made that call, because apps dropping like that is really explosive, and you're not messing around with any counter nades from the CTs because you're going explosively again. It's a bit like going on to B, as we talked about. You're getting out of apps aggressively on the flashes. There's no way they can get counter smokes unless somehow they made an info peek into apps, which they wouldn't have. Maybe that's the idea, is they just wanted to not, you know, piss about getting stuck behind counter nades. Let's just get aggressive. We've got the better weapons. We're, you know, they probably think to themselves they are the better players, and there's a decent case that some of these FaZe Clan players are some of the best in the world. So maybe they just think, you know, let's not piss around getting stuck behind counter smokes. Let's just go aggressive, and round might have not worked. It might have looked a bit stupid, but I have to respect kind of the balls from FaZe Clan there. Not many teams would call a apps drop anti-half, like anti kind of force buy on in a big tournament. So respect to them. And what's going on here? Why is Nitro's an auto sniper? Stewie clearly bought it because he's spent 6,000. This can't be a deliberate buy. Why would you ever auto sniper on the CT side of Inferno? And you, don't link me that ace or whatever it was from Get Right in towards Evo. That was a long time ago, and it's never gonna. I don't think anybody's ever gonna buy an auto sniper and play there again. I had to take a punt, but regardless, grouping up towards mid of FaZe, and they've actually gone for the full force in this round. They knew they were in kind of a double eco scenario, and Zera in front of the Molotov, back down a bit, but he finds the kill, and they've isolated just a Liege on his own on the A-bomb site. He's swinging from behind defaulting. Within a matter of 5 seconds, A-bomb site for FaZe Clan. Almost got trapped in the open there to NiKo, but found the kill in the end. And that's a complete disaster for Team Liquid. Zera in front of the long molly, jumps over. He's probably thinking it was an AWP, not an auto sniper. I'm willing to bet. He jumps over Nitro's crosshair or whatever, sprays him down with a UMP, and then from there, NiKo and the other teammates walked up short, killed one player in pit. Elite swings, they kill him as well, and just like that, that's actually really reminiscent actually of that round in the first half where Olofmeister got killed in Arch. And actually, Suitcase getting really aggressive towards Banana. And he gets punished for that over-aggression on his own. odd round as Olofmeister going for the nade kill. Good stuff from him. Already a 5-on-3 situation. And actually, let's see how FaZe calls from this position, because there are actually a few ways you can call these sort of situations. See what they go for. So they've slowed it right down for the moment, clearly. The counter smoke onto B from Nitrous. They won't be doing anything fast over here. Rain and Cold Zero still poking around towards A. They're playing really slowly. You can see they're very conscious that an aggressive push might come out from Team Liquid in this kind of man-down situation. And the bomb is towards B. I'm going to watch exactly what they do here, because they're clearly not going to commit. They've still got 2 players towards A. You can see them shifting up now on the minimap as they're going to smoke CT and coils, flash Olofmeister in, molly onto New Box. And this is a legendary call from FaZe Clan. I love this so much. And I'll explain why in a couple of seconds. But this is such a good call from FaZe Clan. Actually, Elise just spams Rain through the smoke. Bomb going down towards Coffins. There shouldn't be really any chance for Team Liquid in this round. I'll just go on board with Elise, because why not? We're seeing it get done. He's got 1 kill on towards NiKo. There's 1 player Dark, 2 towards Banana. This should be impossible for Team Liquid in this situation. The angles is Elite. Could still be a player in towards the pool at the moment. Flash to clear. Emo finds the kill his Elite. He's actually got us into a 2-on-2 situation. Where's with another? Cold Zero swings. Domes Elite. And that was a bit hairy in the end, I think. Perhaps FaZe's communication was a bit lax at the end there, but I'm not too sure. But I'm actually going to pause and explain exactly what just happened in terms of that mid-round call. So, FaZe Clan were in a 5-on-3 situation, okay? Clearly, they slowed the round right down. They knew that the CT side was likely to push. So, I want you to think about, what does Liquid do in a 3-on-5 situation to still try and win the round? Because that's what you got to think here. And there's a few things that Liquid might do. One of them is getting over aggressive with pushes and just going for kills. And obviously FaZe Clan were holding for that the whole time. They were so aware that that could be a possibility. The next thing is a gamble stack. Okay, so if you're on a big man disadvantage, what you might want to do is just stack all of your players on one bomb site. And in this situation, calling a 3 players stacking on B, honestly, is an absolutely fine call. It might even be the best call, because it might be your only way to win the round. If you play 2 on one site and 1 on the other, it's so unlikely that you're going to win. And the other thing that's going to happen is all about over-rotating, okay? So when FaZe Clan starts applying pressure to one of the bomb sites, if Team Liquid, let's say they're playing B site with 2 players, okay? Or maybe just 1 player, and they see the pressure coming in, they're really likely to over-rotate onto B, because they know they have to rotate instantly. They can't wait around with players on A. They have to get as many numbers onto B as possible to stand even a chance. So for FaZe Clan, what did they do? They ran what I would call a committed fake. And a committed fake is when you fake onto a bomb site, but you do send players in, basically. And what they did is they smoked CT and they smoked coils, and they sent Olofmeister in with just a Mac 10. He had barely anything to lose. He was on like 5 HP anyway. And he ran into the bomb site and he said to his teammates, okay, there's nobody here, bring the bomb, okay? So if Liquid had been stacking B, Olofmeister sees it and the bomb runs to A. If Liquid had been playing 2 on B, they'd over-rotate to B, and again, they take the bomb to A. It was only when they got Olofmeister onto the bomb, so they got the whole bomb site in the control. No risk for FaZe Clan. Literally, whatever Team Liquid do there, I think they lose the round. I don't see any world in which Team Liquid can make a decision to win that 5-on-3, unless one of them literally has the best play of their life and they dome 4 people as they run in. And at this level, that's pretty unlikely unless they get a very lucky spray transfer. So that was an unreal call from FaZe Clan, and it's so easy for me to pause it and talk you through for, I don't know, that was probably 2 minutes talking through 10 seconds of calling, but that is something that you can't, like, you have to be a good in-game leader. You can't make that up in the moment. You have to, like, have thought about how to play the situations before and understand that's how you should play, and that was an unreal call from, I imagine it was NiKo. Could have been one of the more experienced players like Cold Zero or Olofmeister suggesting, but we'll give the credit to NiKo, perhaps Janko as well, for the game or between their matches, or like over time they built up processes of playing big man advantages. But that was perfect calling from NiKo, and NiKo's someone that gets a lot of flack for his calling, and I think that it was justified a year ago, to be honest, when they got rid of karrigan. I didn't rate NiKo as a particularly great in-game leader. I think his attraction is individual level. I think he struggled to call around his individual level, but this game he's been flawless, and I'm willing to bet that on CT he calls a lot of that banana control. He's one of the B players and he's the in-game leader, so from NiKo's perspective, this is probably one of the best games I've ever seen FaZe call ever, to be honest. karrigan or not, this was like such a good game, and credit probably to Janko as well coming into the match. They probably thought about how they're going to approach banana, and they said, okay, I bet they knew they were going to go 4 towards B first gun round and all that jazz. So we'll just have a quick look at the scoreboard. 24 for Gold0, 16 for NiKo. And actually, so NiKo and Brookie are the B site players on CT side, and look at their deaths. So they probably had like, I don't know, 3 or 4 and about 5 deaths each on the CT side. And that's just a testament to how well they're playing the B bomb site, how rarely Team Liquid actually late executed onto B in a good situation. Every time it was just stacked. So massive credit to FaZe Clan. I had to give so much credit to the calling core of the team. You never know from the outside who's making all the decisions, but whatever's going on in there, the comms are on point. The calling was insane. Read Team Liquid like a book, and FaZe Clan, no fear at all. They gave them literally 0 respect, as you should. You should never give your other team respect. You should play in a manner that's like, shouldn't show them no respect in terms of like playing stupid, but you should give them 0 respect in terms of like saying, okay, we shouldn't do this because they're like really great players, and we shouldn't get aggressive. Like, fuck that. Get aggressive. Take the map control. Take risks with your calling. Take risks with your rotations when you have information. And FaZe Clan had their number. That's why they won 11 CT rounds, and that's why they won the match. So that was a really, really great game. It's definitely going to make this way onto YouTube. Is this one? Remember, guys, if you want to see similar content like this, my stream is the place to go. So that'll be linked below with the other social medias. Go in my Discord if you want to make suggestions about games you want to see or teams you want to see, or especially if you want your team casted, or yeah, maybe perhaps you're an open team, you're having some issues to like, we'll cast it from your perspective. I'll try and be fairly nice about the cast. We'll just have a good laugh about the mistakes and not, you know, go in on people for making errors. Like, you should expect to make mistakes at that level, and it's all about just like learning and improving. So all of that jazz will be linked below. I think that's everything for this one. So thanks, guys, and I'll catch you, boyos, in the next one.